We're going to dive into more of a complicated equilibrium calculations. So this particular section will have calculations after calculations, examples after learning checks, and then examples again and learning check. And that will be the pattern for this particular section. So let's go ahead and dive in. In this particular example, it shows iodine molecule react reversibly with iodide ions to produce triiodide ions. And then it gives you an equation right here. And then it says if a solution with the concentration of iodine, so that's the I2, and the iodide ion equal to 0.00100 molarity, so this is a concentration, before the reaction gives an equilibrium concentration, before the reaction, and it gives an equilibrium concentration of I2 of 6.61 times 10 to the negative 4 molarity. What is the equilibrium constant? So it's looking for Kc for the reaction. Write the final answer in 3 sig figs. So I'm going to go ahead and rewrite this particular molecular equation down, chemical equation down. And we're going to set up what is called the ICE table, or initial change in equilibrium. I represents initial, C represents change, and E represents equilibrium. So initially you had, it shows you based on the information, there were 0.0100 molarity of the iodide, right? It says right here. Then what about I negative? Same thing. It says both equal to that number. So this one also has this much amount, molarity. In the very beginning, since a reaction has not occurred, the product is 0 molarity. There's no product present. Now it's going to go through some kind of change, and that change we're going to represent it as X. Well, how much change? We don't know yet, but so therefore it's X. Well, we're going to subtract X for the reactant. Why do we subtract X? It's because the initial concentration will diminish as it forms into a product. So in order to represent that diminishing, it's minus however much you're going to diminish. Whereas on the product side, it's going to be a positive X, meaning that it's going to add on to it, however much that X is. Well, nice thing about this is it actually gives you the equilibrium concentration of I2. Equilibrium concentration of I2 shows that it is 6.61 times 10 to the negative 4 molarity. That is the information we know so far. We can dive into finding out all the different information for the iodide ion on the reactant side and the product side as well. And here is how. Okay, so let's solve for X. We know that for iodine, there were 0.00100 molarity. And then after some change has occurred, which is minus X, it has formed into 6.6 times 61 times 10 to the negative 4, right? Well, based on this, we can definitely solve for X. You subtract this both sides. And you'll get negative X is equal to, if you punch this into the calculator, you should get negative 0.000339. Okay? Try to plug that into a calculator. Then we get rid of the two negatives here. So we know that X is equal to this particular number. So we know the concentration change. We know X. So what about for iodine negative? For iodine negative, if we want to know the equilibrium concentration, we know that the equilibrium concentration is, same thing, 0.00100 molarity, because that's what it started off with. It had a change in X, but we don't know the product. Well, if I were to plug this value into X, because that's what we've already found out X from previously, molarity minus 0.000339, then in fact you will get 6.61 times 10 to the 4. So we know the concentration for iodine is this value, which is 6.61 times 10 to the negative 4 molarity. All right, so now let's go for I3. What about I3 concentration? Well, in the beginning, there was a 0 amount. Then you added the X to get the concentration of the equilibrium, which is what we're trying to figure out. Do we know yet X? Yes, we do know X. It's 0 plus, and we know that X is 0.00339. So that's what this would equal to, which is 0.00339 molarity. And that's the concentration for I3. Now, the question asks for Kc. We haven't even touched Kc. So let's go ahead and set up the equation for Kc. Kc is equal to the product divided by the reactant, I2 and I negative. So we'll go ahead and plug these values in. So for I3 concentration, we have that 0.00339. And then we have the I2, which has concentration of here as shown, and I negative over there. So I'm going to write both of those down. And since we have two of them, you can square that, or you can just sit next to each other. Okay, so let's go ahead and punch this into the calculator. And so here we go, 0.000339. Okay, divided by, and we want to be very careful here because we're going to have two parentheses going. So I'm going to go ahead and double parenthesize 6.61 times 10 to the negative 4. And then we're going to go ahead and close the parentheses. And then we have another one of the same value. So you can actually square this, or just to show you exactly how I can put it next to each other, the negative 4, and then hit enter. So make sure you have double parentheses. So we get 776, since it's with 3 sig figs. So let's go ahead and write this. This is 776 is your Kc value. I hope that you're able to understand the problem and try the ICE table in this particular learning check. Try to attempt it and come back and see how I solve the problem. And then we can move on forward to the next example. If you are coming back from trying to solve this problem, let's dive in. Here we have ethanol on the very left, and then you have the acetic acid, and then that has a concentration of 1.00. And this also has a concentration of 1.00 molarity. Then equilibrium has established when 1/3 of the reactant remains, meaning there's only 0.333 molarity left at equilibrium. Just calculate the equilibrium constant for the reaction. So meaning that this is, we're looking for Kc. Also, there's a little note here saying that treat all product and reactant as aqueous in this problem. And the reason why they do this is because usually water is represented as could be gas or solid or liquid, a lot of times liquid. Now, so we're going to just pretend that this is part of the aqueous equation. So let's go ahead and rewrite this particular equation down so that I can set up my ICE table or the ICE table. So initially we had 1.00 for both of these guys. And initially there was none of the product. Time has changed. And at equilibrium, well, we don't know how much, so it was minus x for the reactant size because you're diminishing, and positive x or plus x on the product side. Well, at equilibrium, what's happening is that it's 1/3 of the original. So 1/3 of the original of 1 is just 0.333. And it'll go on, but we don't want to make that big old distinction, big old long number. Now for the product, we know that it has gained, we know that it's just 0 plus the x, or 0 plus the x, which is just x. Okay. Now we can definitely solve for x here. So let's look at C2H5OH, methanol. Methanol, if we want to solve for x, we know that initially it was at 1.00 minus the x, we don't know what that x is, and that ended up being 1/3 of the 1. So then if you were to calculate this out, you would get approximately 0.667, okay? And you will do the same for CH3CO2NH, which means that you have 1.00 minus the x equaling out 0.333, and therefore x is equal to 0.667. Now we know that so that is congruent. X is equal to 0.667. So at equilibrium, what is the concentration of CH3CO2C2H5? Well, it shows you right here. It's just X by itself, which is at equilibrium. The concentration for this guy is 0.667 molarity. For water, also concentration is 0.667 since it's just X. Okay, now we can go ahead and set up the equation of the equilibrium constant, where we have the product on top and we have the reactant on the bottom. And we know all of the values. We know that this is 0.667, 0.667, and then for the bottom, it's 0.33. So let's go ahead and calculate this out on our calculator. I like to use the square button, 0.667 to the second power, since there's two of them. Or you could just write 0.667 times 0.667 and divide that by parentheses 0.333 to the second power. And I get 4.01. Rewrite 4.01. And that's my equilibrium constant for this particular reaction.